Alright, let's see if we can do a bouncing ball 2D animation. So I'm going to do either from the file new 2D animation, or you could do it from the startup screen. I'm zooming out with my trackpad here. Got to pay attention to where your mouse or pen focuses. I'm using a pen to draw with. I'd like to start with a background line or a ground line. So I'm going to add a new layer. I'm going to call this ground. I'm going to add that. Use the arrow keys to move that to the bottom. I'm going to use my color attribute over here. I've got pencil selected. Let's do something that's like kind of like a dark green, just so make it a little more interesting. And that's using the pencil brush. I don't want that. I'm going to come up here to the pen brush. That should give me a more true representation of the color that I've selected. Let's see if that does that. That looks like it, except I'd like it to be a little bit brighter, and I'd like it to be a little bit thicker. So I'm going to use the bracket keys to move it up to be about 0.1. There we go. So I got a nice ground line there. Alright, I'm going to take my bracket keys, move that down to about 0.5 again. Choose my color attribute, color there to black. Come up to my lines. I don't know if I have to create a new material or not for this. Let's see. I have black selected. I'm on the lines material. This is where I'm going to create my ball to bounce. There we go. So we're okay. Alright, so I've got a nice circle. This will be my bouncing ball. I'm going to change the number of frames to say 12 as opposed to 250. And then I'm going to leave control, left click to zoom in, and we'll just left clicking to pan. Oops. Control, left click. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Alright, so I can see my frames a little more clearly. Now I believe auto key is already on by default. Onion skinning is on. If I just started to draw, so this will be it at its peak. We'll make it start to move down just a little bit. I want to have it keep pretty much the same shape. Alright, it's a little bit bigger, but I think it'll be okay. Alright, see how it just auto key added that in? I believe you can use arrow keys. Yep, arrow keys, left, right arrows to advance frames. I'm going to have this come down a little bit further. I'm making it sag at the bottom there a little bit much. Let me do that again. And you'll see it just got rid of one of my keyframes. I'm making it stretch just a bit. Right? It's only showing one keyframe in either direction. I believe we can go into is it data display? Is that right? I'm on data display. Oops. Down a little bit. Is that where it is? It's under display. There should be an onion skin attribute. Not there, not there. I think it's in data. Oh, there we go. It's looking right at it. Alright, onion skinning. So right now it's set to 1 frame either direction. And we're in the, so let's set it to maybe like 5. So we can see all the way back to the beginning and then ultimately all the way to the end, or not quite. All right, so that helps a little bit. I want this to stretch quite a bit here on this frame. So I want to conserve volume. And by that what I mean is even though it changes the shape, I want the overall volume of it to feel like it stays the same. And then we're going to go to the next frame, and here we're going to have it squished down quite a bit. And the next frame, I'm going to do one more squish, really flat. And then I could redraw all the frames going up, which is actually, I think, what I'm going to do. I could do copy and paste and reverse them. Yeah, let's do that just because I think that's a good exercise. All right, so I'm selecting, actually in this case, yeah, because we're gonna end up with 11 frames here, and you'll see why. I'm gonna select the previous 4 frames, so not the first frame and not the last frame I was on. I'm going to copy those. Mouse is over, cursor is over the timeline here. Copy, and I'm in frame that the playback's in frame 7, so I'm gonna hit paste. I'm gonna make sure those are selected. Then I want to transform scale the x -1, right? No, not that. I need to do that here. How do I do that here? I can, I can use the S key. S -1, enter. That's right. And I'm just going to drag those over while they're still selected. Oh, I may be mistaken. I think we only wanted 10 frames. Take that down one more. 10 frames. I think I had ambitions of drawing one extra keyframe. Alright, I'm going to turn off onion skinning. The ground doesn't need onion skinning anyway, and there are no fills. So let's do that. Whoa, how come I have... Oh, I've got these on... What's going on? I think these frames... I think I ended up on the wrong layer there. Let's do this. Can I do this? Let's say cut, paste, and then we'll say delete, X to delete keyframes. So I think what I did was I drew those on the wrong layer. Well, my scaling did not work there, did it? Let's go like this. S. There we go. Let's just go like this. Oh, come on. Alright, let's see if that worked. No. Okay. I'm moving it over here. S. -1-ish. Alright, so you can see it there on the keyframe, and then I'm going to hit enter. There we go. Squish, stretching back up. Alright, so now let's play that in a loop. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. That seemed a lot more painful than it should have been. I do make mistakes on the frames, and it's good to get comfortable moving frames around. Alright, I'm going to pause this effort here, and then we'll come back and we'll do some fills.